visitors effective immediately, and that includes all non-essential personnel. There are some exceptions for end of life. We're also canceling all group activities and communal dining, and there's active screening of healthcare workers that are in the facility.
So what does that mean for the millions of families who have loved ones at senior living centers, in nursing homes? CNN's Sarah Sider has a look.
Hi, cops. Why don't you guys cover his legs up?
One after another.
Better, same, or worse?
Oh, you can open the windows today.
Daughters and sons desperately trying to show their sick parents how much they love them without being able to touch them. Their parents are living in a nursing home that is the epicenter of the deadliest outbreak of coronavirus in the United States to date. Sisters Carmen and Bridget sat outside their mother's window with a picnic, trying to soothe her on the phone. In reality, the sisters are filled with dread. Does she understand what's happening?
Sometimes. Today and yesterday are both not good days for her. She's rather confused. She said she woke up crying this morning.
Do you feel that your mother is deteriorating at this center?
Absolutely, without question.
They say their mother came to the Life Care Center in Kirkland, Washington to rehab from a knee replacement and ended up getting coronavirus. What's this process been like for you?
It's been horrible. It's like a nightmare that I just can't wake up from. I just want to see Mom and talk to her face to face and laugh with her and joke with her and play backgammon and all the stuff we used to do together.
They do not speak their biggest fear, but they are acutely aware coronavirus has killed 22 people associated with this facility. 18 of them were patients. Families are worried their parents and grandparents aren't getting the care they need, especially after hearing this.
We've lost a third of our active employees.
Are you absolutely sure that the patients who are there are getting the care they needed, considering you don't have the staff that you normally have?
I'm absolutely sure that our staff is doing all they can with the resources that they have. My understanding
None answered. That answer did not satisfy the families.
And you're saying they. Who is they, so we can follow up with it?
There are too many lingering questions to count. How is it possible that some of the staff has still not been tested 3 weeks after the deadly outbreak? And why is this facility's entire staff not quarantined when a third of the staff has reported coronavirus symptoms? At the beginning of the outbreak in Wuhan, China, the U.S. government flew Americans by charter out of Wuhan and put them on a mandatory 14-day quarantine. Meantime, in this facility, where nearly 24 people have died, and yet staff can come and go. Why hasn't there been a self-quarantine?
We have not received, and we have been in discussion with the CDC and the Department of Health in Washington. They have not told us to completely quarantine in place.
He says no one else will take the patients unless they show life-threatening symptoms. Do you find that odd, since they were quarantining people who they had flown out of Wuhan for 14 days, even though they didn't test positive, but they haven't quarantined a facility?
I can't speak to the CDC's own decisions and the directions that they're giving. I can only tell you what they have or have not told us.
All right, Dad, I love you. You look good.
Still, the families of patients here keep showing up, trying to boost their parents' spirits.
You need to rub your legs. Get that blood flowing, okay?
Catherine Kemp's father has tested positive, though he's not showing major symptoms.
For him to say to me on the phone, "It's rough in here," that's a huge statement for my dad. So to walk in there and just
Kemp has been bringing him herbal medicine. Her dad, she says, is a stoic Vietnam veteran, but even he has indicated how bad things are. Now he's losing friends to an enemy no one can see.
he's dealing with it stoically, and he's just doing this kind of thing. It's but the reality is his friends have died.
Sarah Sider, CNN, Kirkland, Washington.